Good to see you. I'm glad you're here today in our 7 minutes of marketing. Let's talk about webinars and online meetings and how to use those to get more sales happening. Sound good? I've got 4 pieces of this for you. So the first one is why webinars? Are people tired of them? What are the advantages? All right, here's some advantages of doing webinars. One, if you think about the cost per lead, it's pretty interesting. So if you just came back from a trade show like NAB or any other event and you think about the cost per lead, how much is that? And maybe think about too, at your show, if you had 20 awesome people there one morning in your booth, would that be an amazing number? Would it be a small number? And how does that compare to folks jumping on a webinar? So if you got 20 great people who sign up for a webinar, or if you got 20 great people who come by and see you the morning of a trade show, how does that compare? Just something to think about, put it in perspective. So cost per lead. I think too, when someone signs up for a webinar, they're self-qualifying. So if they're that interested in your topic that they sign up, they've just raised a hand and said, I'm super interested in this. Now, whether they are able to make the time that you're doing it or not, they've signed up and they've shown interest. So that's another advantage. You can also reuse the content. So you can go ahead and make a guide with that, maybe a downloadable guide or some other piece of info that your customers, your clients, your prospects really want. And you can take it and use it for video clips as well. Webinars, any kind of video is a great way to build know, like, and trust, which of course, when people know, like, and trust you, they want to do business with you. So those are a few advantages just to consider and think about. All right. So the second thing to think about is what you're going to do. One idea is to keep it to about 20 minutes, maybe have 3 key ideas, and you could talk about the 3 top questions that you're always hearing. You know what they are, the things people ask you about all the time. So what are those 3 top questions? You can have a customer, a client on with you. People love a conversation, and talk through those questions with that client or customer. Maybe you're talking with them about the top 3 things, the challenges they had before they started using your product, your service, right? And having that conversation with the client, the customer, people love that. They want to hear about real life application stories, that kind of thing. And yes, applications, that would be another topic. So think about the top applications or problems and how you solve them. So those would be topics for you that work so well. Now, the third thing to think about is sort of how to do it, all the details around the how, the logistics. You could keep it super easy and do it on Zoom, which I love. If you've got a couple people you're talking with, they can be in the room with you, or you can be, on other sides of the world, and it's all good. It works so well. People are really used to Zoom, and then there's other tools out there too, if you like. So just pick the tool that you're most comfortable with. That's the best way to do it. As for a structure, I want to recommend the sandwich method, meaning if you've got 2 people on there, bring a friend. The first person asks the question, oh, hey, so you were just telling me last week about this issue that you had, and it's so interesting. Tell me what happened with that. Throw to the guest, the client, the customer, the colleague, and that person talks about the problem, the issue, the challenge, the before, the after, maybe for 3-4 minutes, and then back to you. So that's the sandwich, coming back, and you summarize what they said. And so you start, throw to the person who's the expert, and then back to you for the summary, or vice versa. You can do it either way, but you get the idea. So that is a wonderful methodology. And finally, fourth thing to think about is the call to action. Just make it easy for people who sign up for your webinar, join your webinar, to take that next step with you. Give them a really easy next step. Hey, if this sounds interesting to you, let's jump on a call. Here's my booking link. If this sounds interesting to you, would you like a trial? Let us know here in the chat and we'll set it up. Or just here's a real example right now. If you want a template for all the webinars that we do for ourselves and for our clients, text me the word events at 1-530-203 5703 and you'll automatically get the PDF. So just make it really easy, just like that, for the people on your webinar to take the next step. Make it easy for them to work with you. All right. That's what I got. Have a beautiful